Hello, Connor Hess. It just
Hey.
might be you and me. I don't know. There's like nobody else here. I was
Yeah.
like, what is going on?
Yeah, for some reason the link wasn't working for a second.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Huh. I
At
hope
least
that's,
for me.
yeah, weird. Somebody probably had the same issue as you, but they didn't try twice. They were like, oh, doesn't work. See ya.
Yeah, it was like lagging for a second. It was like taking forever.
Wow. Okay.
I don't know if it
Well,
was the internet, but
yeah. I guess we'll hang out for a little bit and see what's what and then go from there.
all right.
So I guess I'll start you on your warm up, and then you can look at all of them. And oh, here goes Aiden. Okay. Oh, and Nolly. Okay. There's people. Yay. Okay. So here we go. I'm going to start with the warm up today, guys. So pull up your warm ups. They're due today. So if you've got your caps and end marks, complete sentences, you can turn them in. So here we go. All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1, 2 minutes. Try to finish them up and get them turned in. "24 seconds. Finish that up and get it in. Was there anybody that wasn't here last time? Anybody? Let me look. Oh, there's Shane. Okay. All right. Okay. Looks like everybody was. All right. So I'm going to start us off today with a review of the notes that you took the last time we were together. So if you go in Google Classroom and you find the food breakdown, I need you to go through it and using your notes, answer the questions. Everything's in there. I would say about 85% of the answers are in your notes. So just look at what you wrote down for mouth and esophagus, and most of the answers you'll find there if you took notes. And we will be going over them. And I think I should give you like 8 minutes. Let's start with that and see how you do. But use the notes that you took, and I'll give you 8 minutes to find the answers. So, Connor, were you able to find the food breakdown worksheet?
Yeah.
Okay. Shane, did you find it?
Yeah.
And Aiden, did you find it?
Yeah.
And Nolly, did you find it? Okay, so hopefully you took notes, guys, and you are able to use those to answer those questions. Well, I can see, Shane, you did not jot much information down. Thank God for Connor. Good job, Connor. I think you're the only one that's going to be able to answer my questions today, because we have certain people that show up and don't do their classwork, it seems. So, Connor, it's all on you, bud. Shane and Aiden, you guys should go back into the Google Stream and be watching the video to get the information that you did not write down on your notes. 2 minutes. Like I said, you might have to go back into the streaming recording from last time because there's nothing on your notes to help you in any way. Except for Connor has a few items. Connor, you're kind of stalled there. Not much got done on there. Wonder where you guys got all these answers. That's a good question I have for y'all. So Aiden, if you don't have anything on your notes, where'd you get the answers from? Shane, what about you?
I got some of them from the last assignment we did.
What one was that?
It was the nutrient digestion in the small intestine.
Smart boy. Okay. Well, I will go through some of them. So let's pull that up and I'll read you the question and you tell me what the answer is. Another word for chewing is, you can either put it in the chat or you can unmic. What is it? What is the answer? Very good, Shane. Number 2, good food smells cause secretion of what in the mouth? Very good. The chemical blank that helps break down food starches. Did you get that one? Okay, hold on. That's correct. Number 4, through the esophagus, food passes from the blank to the blank.
Mouth to stomach.
That's correct. The blank prevents swallowing food from entering the windpipe. Anybody get that one? Okay, we'll skip that one. Number 6, the squeezing action of muscles in the esophagus help food move through the and this squeezing is known as what? Aiden, you're right on that. So is Shane on number 5. That's correct. Number 6, though. What's number 6? Yep, Aiden has it. Number 7, the stomach produces blank juices to help digest food. What'd you get for that one? Yep. What about number 8? When these juices combine with food, the result is correct. The gastric enzyme that begins to digest protein is good. Shane has it. Number 10, the small intestine has 3 parts. Might take you a second to write that. Yeah, the duodenum and yep, the jejunum and the ileum. Yep. Number 11, the pancreas produces blank that break down fat, carbohydrates, and protein. It's not bicarbonate. Starts with an E. Yes, very good. And then number 13, another name for the large intestine is the starts with a C. No. Oh, whoops. I answered the wrong one. I'm sorry. You're right, Aiden. If you're going for number 12, the liver produces a gastric juice called bile. That's correct. And then if you go to 13, another name for the large intestine is colon. Yep, right. Main function of the large intestine is to prepare undigested food for what? Anybody have that one? This is number 14. And then what'd you get for 15? Correct. Okay. So now I need you to go to your notes, and I need you to go to your notes, people. Pull up your notes. That means go into Google Classroom, go to where it says Guided Notes, Chapter 3, open them, and we're going to take a few more notes. This is where you can actually start taking notes. So go open that up. Shane, are you on your notes? Aiden, are you on your notes? In Google Classroom, I can see what you guys are doing, so you need to be on your notes. Connor, I don't know where you went. You left us. I don't know if you're still there or not, but go to your guided notes, please. Nolly, I don't know about you either. Are we ready? You guys got your notes up? Okay, here we go. I'm going to be checking on you, so make sure you got those notes up and ready. Hold on. Okay. Just checking on you guys, make sure you're doing your notes. So here we go. We got about 4 slides to talk about. And Aiden, you sure you're on your notes? Because here we go. Okay. you're going to need to know what absorption means. And that is the passage of nutrients from the digestive tract into the circulatory system or the lymphatic system. So you need to jot that down. So far, I don't see any movement. Thank you, Shane.
I don't see it then because I'm trying to look for it. And the only thing I see is chapter 3 is how nutrition becomes you.
Yep, that's it.
I know what's on it, yeah.
Did you find it? Right.
Yeah, I was on it just like 5 minutes ago.
Oh, so are you there now?
Yeah, I'm going back to it.
Okay. Then Connor, I'm waiting for you to get on your notes. Okay, so we're going to continue on. So the way it's transported around your body is through your circulatory system. So your amino acids are your proteins, monosaccharides are your carbs and minerals and most vitamins. And the lymphatic system is your immune system, which helps fat, the nutrients from fat, be dispersed. And then on your notes, water-soluble nutrients are vitamins B and C, and fat-soluble nutrients are A, D, E, and K vitamins. And then the villi are like the little finger-like projections that are inside the small intestines that help absorb the nutrients. And they look like fingers, kind of. I'll show you a picture of them here in just a second. Keep going, Shane. Aiden, did you ever find the notes?
Yeah, I'm on them. Chapter
Okay.
3 become nutrition.
Are you writing down what absorption means?
I'm trying to find what that one is real quick.
It's right after digestion.
Okay, thank you.
And then remember the water soluble, Shane, is vitamins B and C. And then the fat soluble vitamins are A, D, E, and K. Still waiting on a few people to write something in there. So don't forget to write villi. It's at the bottom of the slide there. Small intestine is lined with tiny finger-like projections called villi. So make sure you get that in. I am waiting to see people writing the notes before I move off this slide. Aiden, do you need help finding it?
No, I'm writing it down right now. I don't
Are
know
you
if
writing it on paper or are you writing it on the notes?
I'm writing on the notes.
Because I'm not seeing any notes on here. Okay, I'm moving on. Okay, so you need to know about metabolism. So once digestion and absorption have taken place, the circulatory system carries nutrients to individual cells, known as metabolism, because it's the chemical changes that occur in the cells that produce energy and materials needed to sustain life. So I kind of underlined what I would write if I was you, in my opinion. But a little bit more is that cells break down nutrients to release energies that are stored in your muscles, which are called ATPs. And so, like when sometimes I think of the fight or flight reaction, and you want energy to be stored so that if you had to flee or fight, you would have the adrenaline to do that. And then the waste products are created through cells metabolizing, which they are eliminated through your kidneys, which is urine, lungs, like CO2, and then skin through perspiration. So write that. I see Shane going to town. I appreciate your efforts.
Was it not bringing up that I'm doing stuff for you?
Nope, it's not showing me anything.
I could show you my screen if you want. I can present it if you want to see
That would be great, because it's not showing me anything. I'll stop showing mine, Aiden, and you can show me yours. Oh, I can't even see what's on here. Can you make it bigger? Like use your percentages to up your screen? Yeah, I can't see any of it. Let me try looking this way. Okay, I see a little bit there. Okay, I see you now. Okay. I'm with you. I see you now. Thank you for being willing to do that.
Yeah, I don't know
I
why
just
I
want,
wasn't bringing up anything.
I just want you to get the information so you can do well on the test.
Yeah.
Okay, back to this then. So if you could just give me a hand signal, Aiden, when you're ready to move on to the next one, then I'll know.
All right.
Are we ready to go on to the next one? Yes, no? Okay. Well, this is a picture of the little villi They do look like little fingers, and they're the ones that help suck in those nutrients and transport it out of the small intestines. You kind of see like the blood that they're showing there. Okay, so now we're going to talk about factors that affect digestion and absorption. So eating habits is one thing that affects that affects digestion and absorption. So like if you don't eat too much, so like, for example, for Thanksgiving, if you overeat, sometimes it can cause you some distress. So don't eat too much, don't eat too little, so that you're not getting a variety of nutrients. Eat a variety of food, because if you don't, it could cause problems. Have high fiber in your diet. It helps remove toxins, and foods high in fat take longer to digest, and fats are the last nutrient component to leave the stomach. So those are some things that could cause diet or digestive absorption, could affect that, as your eating habits. Give me a hand signal when you have those notes taken, please. The next one is emotions can affect digestion and absorption. So like if you're scared or angry, tension a lot of times can lead to digestive difficulties. So you want to try to reduce stress and tension during mealtime, and that will allow for better absorption of nutrients. But if you like start a new job or things are stressing you out and you don't take time to eat, or you don't have an appetite, that could, potentially cause some serious eating issues. And then some people eat for comfort when they're stressed, and so that could lead to some other eating issues as well. So emotions play a part on your digestion and how effective your digestion and absorption will be. So jot a little bit of that down from that slide. And then give me your hand signal when you're ready. Okay, so what you really need to get from this slide is that food allergies are an immune response to proteins in food. So they can be life-threatening. They can cause other minor symptoms, but sometimes when someone has a severe allergy, they might go into anaphylactic shock, which means that their throat starts to swell up, and then they might have the potential of dying because they can't get air in. So it has to do with the proteins in the food. It can cause rashes, swelling, intestinal distress, and vomiting as well. And the difference between a food allergy and intolerance, like lactose, is that the intolerance is not an immune response. It's your body's inability to digest the food in the way that it normally is in somebody that doesn't have an intolerance. And so that could cause like tummy issues and things like that, bloating. And where an allergy has to do with an immune response that's not specifically associated with digestion, but a lactose intolerant is very specific to a digestional issue. Okay, so a food allergy, like for example, my daughter, when she was little, had eczema, and that is a sign of a food allergy, which would constitute a rash. And when she would eat that certain foods, then the eczema would get worse. And so we had to eliminate certain foods from her diet because of that. But she wasn't lactose intolerant. It was a protein off of the milk that she was consuming. Give me a hand signal when you have that. information. Thank you. Okay, and then sports. So physical activity can help aid in digestion and metabolism. It stimulates a healthy appetite and strengthens the muscles of the internal organs. It does help move food through the GI tract, which is your complete digestive system, and it helps reduce stress. So being active is a good thing. If like let's say you're between sports or you get an injury or something, you're not going to be able to eat the same amount of food as you were because your body's not requiring it. And so that could cause an effect on digestion and absorption as well. So those are some things to think about when you are either between sports or maybe you get an injury or something. So you just got to be careful. And then give me your hand signal when you are done with that one. Okay. So to end us out today, what I need you to do is a couple things. So listen up. Let me get out of here for a second. Okay. So what you need to do, two things. One, I would do this one first so we can go over it before you leave, which is what could be wrong. So you're going to go in here and it says, in each of the cases below, someone has a gastrointestinal problem. For each case, check each factor that could be affecting digestion and absorption and answer the questions. So basically what we just went over in our slides, I want to know in this scenario that you're going to read about Ruth, is it an eating habit that's being affected, emotions, food allergies, or physical activity? And so put an X or a check or something in this blank. And then tell me what could be wrong and what should she do. Okay, and then you're going to go to the next scenario and you're going to put a check in the box as to what you think is causing the digestive issue, and then what could be wrong and what should she do. Okay, so there's 4 of them. I'll give you 2 minutes for each question. Please put them in complete sentences unless you want 2 points deducted. And I also wanted to show you guys that I have the latest demo in here on hummus. So here's all the ingredients. Here's the demo that I did in class, and then here's your demo page. So I would like that by tonight, but if you need a little more time, just email me that it's taking a little longer than what you had anticipated, and then get it to me as quickly as you can. But let's start with what could be wrong. So please go to that and be working on it so that we could quickly go over it in the next 8 minutes. And then we can get you out, okay? So you're going to go to what could be wrong, read the scenarios, tell me what factors are included, and then the 2 questions written in a complete sentence, please. And I'm going to be the watchdog and make sure that you're working. Eight minutes. So work on the assignment, please. Eden, were you able to find the assignment okay?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, let's see how you guys did. Okay, so for number 1, what factor did you put it?
Allergies?
Correct. And what could be wrong?
I
Give
think
example.
that when she added the new thing, like it caused an allergic reaction for her kid.
So the cream spinach, it was probably the protein in the cream, possibly. And what do you think she should do about it?
She should take her to the hospital, and when she gets back, when she gets back to like her house, not give her the things she's allergic to anymore.
Okay, so just you are correct. The only thing I would say differently is just because she had a skin rash, I would probably call the doctor and just explain what happened, and they would probably, diagnose it over the phone. And maybe go get some Benadryl, unless she started having trouble breathing, then of course you'd rush her to the hospital. So yes, so I would discontinue the food for sure. And then I would probably schedule an appointment with an allergist, just because of the fact that she's allergic to something like creamed spinach. There might be other things that she might be allergic to. Shane, the answer to your question in the chat is yes. Okay. So second scenario, I'll just kind of recap it for you. This girl, she's procrastinated on her assignments, so she goes to bed late, gets up early. She just grabs like a very sugary, high-fat breakfast item, runs out the door, makes it to her class, takes the test, and then she starts having some issues with her stomach. So what factors were part of that scenario? Did you say eating habits, emotions, food allergies, or physical activity?
Emotions.
Yep. And what could be wrong?
She's stressed and worried about the test, and that's not letting the food digest the greatest inside of her stomach.
And what should she do?
Not procrastinate and be ready for the test so she can get a good night's rest and a good breakfast in the morning.
Did you write the answers to this, Shane?
Yeah.
Awesome. That's perfect. Perfect response. Okay, and then here's the third. No, I meant like, did you write the answer key? Is what I was alluding to.
Oh no, I didn't do that.
I'm just teasing you. Okay, so the next scenario is about this kid who, and Connor Hess, you might be able to relate to this, where he hurt his leg, so he wasn't able to play basketball. He's got a lot of indigestion, and he hasn't stopped any of his eating habits, as far as nothing's changed. So what is the factors? Anyone? Connor Hess, you should know this factor.
Physical activity.
Yes, what could be wrong?
He isn't getting the same physical activity as before, and the food is settling different inside of him.
Yep,
and he
so
doesn't have the activity to make the metabolism work faster.
And what should he do?
Let the wound heal and then get back into physical activity after?
Yeah, or he could deal with his not eating so much, because he's not as active. Okay, here's the last and final. This is the scenario. This kid goes out to eat all the time with hamburgers, fries, and milkshakes, and he rushes, so he's like he's got a short lunch period, so he runs and gets something fast food, runs back, and then, kind of feels up, the stomach's upset. So what's the factor?
Eating habits.
Yep, and then what could be wrong?
He's eating too many high-fat foods, and it's slowing down his digestion, I guess.
And then what should he do?
He should try to eat some more healthy and more spread out foods, on the My Plate thing.
Listen to you. You're just an expert. All right. So the only thing I have left for you guys is to make sure you do your demo. And Shane, all the notes should be in the videos or recordings on the live stream. You just have to go back and fast forward to those spots. But other than that, that's all that I have for you guys for today. Next week, we're going to start digestive disorders. And you guys will be expected to pick a digestive disorder and do a research project on it or Google Slides or whatever on certain things that I'm looking for. So keep that in mind. Questions, comments? Thanks, Shane, for all the work you did today. I appreciate it. And I will see everybody else on the flip side, which would be next Wednesday. Okay, see y'all later.
See ya.
Bye.